All right, girl. Here we go.
Lights, camera, action. Chartreuse. How do you say it?
Charcuterie.
Cooter.
Charcuterie.
Girl, you had me saying it charcuterie.
What?
Charcuterie. I don't know what I said.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to the Pajama Jammy Jam.
Do you have on your pajamas? Don't put on your pajamas. You can push pause and put your pajamas on, and you can act like you here with us.
All right, y'all. Thank you, and welcome to Clink. We are your hosts,
Cam,
and I am Kay, and we are doing something very different today because it's our last show of the year,
2023.
Okay, and we'll be back sometime in January.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And we're planning so many fun and interesting things to do for 2024. And we are so happy that you guys are going to be joining us. And we're going to have more interaction with you in 2024.
Yeah. So go ahead, click that like, comment, and subscribe, and share the podcast.
Share.
All right?
Share.
And just this little note, when you hit like, that's something easy way that you can support us, because when you hit that like button, we show up in other people's feeds and algorithms who have similar shows to ours. So just go ahead and hit that like on that YouTube, y'all. Okay,
share alike.
Yes, girl. So we are going to do something just a little bit different. This is our really a fun show. So first of all, we are a podcast. Okay, if this is your first time, we are a podcast. We are a couple of sister friends. Okay, yes. We are filmmakers. We are podcasters. We are creators. We are content creators. We are just all the things. Okay,
we are all things Cam and Kay.
Okay. That's right. So this little something about us. But before we start, y'all, we are going to do, and we're going to make a holiday cocktail, okay? Oh. So, and it's something that you can probably have for your next upcoming, in a couple of days, holiday party. Okay. It is a candy cane margarita. I love margaritas.
Sounds so good, and I love candy canes.
See? Okay, so Cam, so I have my shaker here.
Okay, shaker.
And
professional with it.
Yeah, this is my stuff here. So while I am getting the ingredients together, I want you to dip the because the recipe called for a lime wedge, but I already had lime juice here, so we're just gonna use the juice.
Okay.
So you go ahead and just dip the cups, just dip it in, and then you sugar the rim.
Ooh, I like sugar, honey. Ain't we sweet enough, girl?
We are.
A little extra sugar though.
So while I did forget the ice, so while I go grab the ice, I want you to tell the folk a little Christmas movie that you're in on Tubi. Excuse me, y'all.
Okay. Well, hi everybody. Again, I'm Cam of Cam and Kay, but my acting name is also Cameron Kimball. I am in a Christmas movie written by Jada Jones and Excess Films called A Perfect Gift. It has a wonderful cast: Nunu Thurman, King Wesley, Jada Jones herself, myself, Oscar Porter, and a plethora of other local Detroit actors that are on their A game. So why don't you watch A Perfect Gift? It's a fun, family-friendly movie that kids can watch it, adults can watch it. It's somebody of all ages because it's not a lot of cursing or anything raunchy. It's a really fun-filled movie. And so, A Perfect Gift. You can watch that this Christmas. But I just want to say, while my sister is saying this, she made us the cutest thing that I'm going to be snacking on because we both like to eat.
Yes.
It's a charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
I always say it wrong.
I know a lot of people do.
excuse me, 10 It is, my sister made us a charcuterie
Uh-huh.
board cup thingy, and it has so many like olives and just all these delectables in it, and I cannot wait. Mm, mm,
I love breadsticks.
I do
I
so.
love bread. I love bread. Okay. Hence, anyway.
Me
All
too.
right. So go ahead and
So I'm
sugar
just
the
gonna start
rim
sugaring the rim
because we need to do that
We dip
first.
the lime in the coconut.
So while Cam is doing that, I am going to do the ingredients. So, girl, I had to take off the labels. I'm like, they're not paying us.
They're not, but they will be next year. Get those sponsors.
Okay.
You know, honey, we do hair care products. We can do skin care products. We can do food. We can do beverages. Anything you name, we can put it on our show and, be one of our sponsors because we're going places. So we're a great brand to attach yourself to.
All right. So this calls for. So let me, before we do this, do you want your own or do you want to split?
Girl, we can split.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. So it calls for 6 ounces of cranberry juice. So, the big ounce here, this is 2 ounces. So that's 2.
It looks like snow. It looks like snow.
That looks good. 4 and 6. Okay.
Okay, 6.
All right. So that's 6 ounces of cranberry juice.
As I start eating my shot.
And then I will take this and get it out our way. Sugar. Okay. And then we do 2 ounces of tequila. So I had this tequila in my cabinet because I don't really drink like that like all the time. So this would have been in there forever.
Mm-hmm.
So that
I'm feeling the apricots and the grapes. Oh my gosh, they're so good.
So I wasn't sure. I love apricots, so I wasn't sure if you did or not. So that's 2 ounces of tequila, and then we do a half an ounce of orange liqueur, triple sec, orange triple sec. Okay.
My sister got the whole little bar breakdown. I ain't had that.
So I have. All right. And it smells so good. I was like,
I like orange liqueur.
Okay. And then it calls for 2 drops of peppermint extract. So I already had that for the homemade
hot chocolate
that
I love.
Yeah. So
Okay.
go 1, 2.
Okay. That's good.
All right. And then we are going to.
She all professional. She got her little card and everything.
So that's everything that we need for that. So I added cranberry juice, tequila, liqueur, peppermint. Okay. So I am going to. It says shake vigorously.
So on this part, we're gonna say shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it.
Shake it.
Okay.
Put the
Now,
ice.
in the glass, honey.
Okay. Oh, this is live, y'all. This is no
cutting.
no cutting. So we need some more. All right, so I'm going to shake vigorously. It did not say how long.
Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake your money maker. Hey.
Okay.
You want to pass it? I can shake a little bit too, honey.
No, girl, it's kind of dripping a little bit.
Dripping, Lord.
Just a little bit.
Don't be drunk. Don't be wasting it.
All right. So what I'm going to do now is just pour it over the ice.
Glass
So
number 1.
since we are sharing.
Okay.
All right. And then it says top it off with the raspberry seltzer water.
Okay. Fancy.
Raspberry seltzer water.
I love the jalapeno cheese chunks.
And you like jalapenos, huh? Okay. And then we are going to add the crushed peppermint.
She's like so prepared. Love it.
Yes. And then lastly, you can grab your peppermint stick and place it in for the garnish. Give it a stir.
Shaken and stirred.
And mine fell in. Good
I
looking.
did too.
Okay.
And then we're gonna say,
welcome to Clink. Cheers. Let's see how this is. Not bad. Not bad.
It's not. It's pepperminty for sure.
It's very peppermint. That's a lot of sugar on that round, but it's good.
I love sugar.
And voila, y'all, that is the peppermint margarita. Okay, so
That's good.
it is good. So it will be a nice little addition in your for your holiday party.
Yeah.
All right.
Something fun, something refreshing. And the thing I like too is how the peppermint has settled at the bottom of the cup, so to keep your breath fresh too.
It does. So I'm gonna have to make this for him and I because he loves margaritas. So I'm gonna have to make this for us.
He likes sugar or salted rum.
Oh, we do sugar.
Oh, yeah, I love sugar. I
don't understand why y'all do salt. I'm like, oh,
I like
sweet. You just calling for high blood pressure. Okay. All right, y'all. Okay.
Public service announcement.
Right. So if you've been watching, we've been asking you guys to send in some messages regarding your favorite family Christmas traditions or some memorable traditions.
Be it happy or sad.
Or happy or sad, and we got both. Okay, so
we want to thank all of you that called in to the show to share your stories with us. We appreciate you. We do
appreciate you. We really do. And we're gonna go ahead and play the first one. And that is going to be. Well, I'm not going to say the name unless they say it on the recording. So we're going to go ahead with our first message.
Hello. My favorite Christmas was when my entire family came from all over Vegas, Arizona, Atlanta, Kentucky, New York, California, and we all dressed in Christmas pajamas and and allowed our little people to sing Christmas carols, Christmas songs, which I directed and had them rehearsing for a month so that they can entertain our family. So that was my favorite Christmas time, is when my entire family was together and we just loved on each other and gave gifts all across the whole entire family. Families giving gifts to the other members in the family, and all the kids got gifts from everybody in the family. It was just a really, really, really great time with us being able to share with each other. I don't know if you need my name, but if you do, you can use it. My name is Rose Gates. Have a wonderful and happy and Merry Christmas. And don't forget, Jesus is the reason for our season. I love you. Have a great show. Bye.
Thank you so much, Rosie G. I appreciate you so much for calling into the show and sharing that beautiful memory with us. I can visualize it in my head, all the children singing, and Jesus is the reason for the season. So thank you for that message.
Yep. Okay, so we have our next holiday memory, and here we are.
This is Lisa. My not so great Christmas was December 16th, 2021. I lost my oldest brother to cancer. So I had to fight through the pain for my grandkids and for my son. So I had to turn it into a Christmas where it wasn't about me and it was about the kids. No matter how hurt and upset and angry I was about my brother passing away 2 weeks before Christmas.
Mhm.
Thank you.
You know, we thank her for sharing one of her Christmas memories. And it's unfortunate, and my heart goes out and prayers goes out to those who have lost loved ones around this time. Um, it's just I can't even imagine,
Yeah.
you know. But like she said, she had to
She had to
power
press
through.
through.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
had to power through.
And it's a really weird time of year because you want to celebrate and you're happy
Mhm.
with your family, but then you do miss your loved ones, even if they pass anytime
Yeah,
that they're no longer here. So, Lisa, we really do appreciate
we
you
do.
sharing with us your story, and our hearts go out to you and your family because we also have loved ones that
Yes.
we've lost, but that is very painful coming
Yeah,
so close to
to the
Christmas. So,
holidays. Yeah,
God bless you and your family, and God bless everyone who's watching that can identify with her that has lost loved ones. So we just gotta love on our relatives this time of year and all year through.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Lisa. Okay, we have another.
So this is Anika. And I will say that my favorite holiday memories are when I was a kid. So I come from a very non-traditional holiday family. And when I say that, I mean that when I was younger, we always opened our gifts before Christmas. Where this came from, I have a slightest idea, but I was a kid, and of course, I did not care at all. So my mom will wake us up maybe Christmas Eve night, or I believe one time it was like we opened our gifts like maybe the 23rd or something like that. It was early, but it was definitely before Christmas. And we, for the most part, as a young kid, we were always open our gifts before Christmas. By the time Christmas came, we were up playing. We weren't waking up like really early in the morning anticipating the Christmas morning because we had already opened our gifts, but it was just so much love, so much joy. Yeah, and I love that non-traditional. And that just means that you can just celebrate holiday love, joy at any time. You don't have to necessarily wait for a time on a calendar. Love, joy, and that good family time, it can be at any time. So those are my favorite moments, my favorite memories.
I'm sure, because you being a kid, you don't have to get up. You don't have to have that agony of the night before.
Right.
You know, like you can't
like pulling your
sleep.
hair out. You're like, oh my God, stomach all in knots.
Right, girl, can't sleep. You know, you didn't waking up at 6 a.m. or 5.
Every
Waking up
time
your
you hear a
family.
noise and you're looking for Santa to come down the chimney, and if you didn't have a chimney, you know he gonna pop out of somewhere like they do on the TV show.
Right.
Yeah,
So for her to, experience that as a child, that was dope.
that's almost freeing. It's like being free. Like, I love the fact that she said you don't have to celebrate it on that day.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a good message, especially for families who can't always be together. Like if you have a child and you and the other parent aren't together, kids can have 2 Christmases. They can have 3 Christmases, have 4 Christmases. It's just like she said, whatever brings them joy.
That's right. Okay, and we have another.
I like her.
All right, so here's my horrible Christmas experience. Number one, I did move out of state, so my immediate family was back home in Detroit. I decided after I moved, I wanted to come home, get in the Christmas spirit, got me a flight, hotel, rental car, went and spent about maybe $750 in gifts for everybody. And long story short, came home with a pack of socks and some t-shirts from my grandmother, who's the only person that bought me anything. I've since became Scrooge, and I'm a proud Scrooge when it comes to Christmas. All right, that's it. I hope that made you laugh.
It totally did. And it's really funny because that was Marcus. And Marcus was one of the most caring, loving, giving people that I've ever met in my life. He will give you the shirt off of his back. And he's so kind. So that's funny. If Marcus, if you come home, I promise I'll get you a gift just to make up for what they didn't get you.
Wow. He was like, okay. So, I mean, you know what? I feel him on that, though. Because it's like you spend a certain amount on somebody and then they either
Don't reciprocate,
not give you something or give you a pair of socks. And you done spent. I'm like, okay, yeah, I got you. So,
are we telling our stories? So that just brought up a
yeah, you got one. Go ahead.
Well, I have one not like that, but kind of similar. I remember I was that auntie. I would buy really nice gifts. I would buy the kids like Sony radios back in the day with the CD players. I would buy really expensive gifts because I wanted to love on the children. And so when I was married, my ex-husband, his brother had a lot of children. So we only had 2. So it was kind of like, okay, you think like, okay, well, we only got 2, but I did it for the kids. And I remember one Christmas, I bought, like I said, Sony radios, bought everybody a couple of gifts because that's just who I am. That's what I wanted to do. And they got my son a soap on a rope.
No.
And they were like, oh, we'll get the gift to him later. And, I probably shouldn't have said that. But he got a soap on the rope. And it was kind of like, and then after that, I still did buy for the kids. But I did kind of pull back some because it's like, you spending $200-$300. Well, I think I spent like about at least $150 on each child because I got them all a different color because they had all girls, so nobody would argue over them or whatever. But it was kind of like disheartening, like, dang, So I get it, but Christmas is for children. And the reason for the season is to love on your people. And if you're in a place and you can't afford to get expensive gifts, you shouldn't have to. So you can do baked goods or fulfill somebody's dream. Maybe if you can't get them their gift right then, if you know that they like to travel, then you can do something later on, or just try to figure out something that you can do, but don't put yourself in debt.
No, don't go in that, y'all. Don't do that.
Because people do it all the time.
Don't do that.
They're like, I gotta do this for Christmas. Christmas is one day.
Yeah.
Spread that joy and love out all year through, honey.
So we have one more. And this is our film classmate who didn't follow the assignment, but he have a message for everybody, so I'm gonna go ahead and play it.
But he has a wonderful voice.
Yo, what's happening? This is Visionary Nick, wishing you and your family a very Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Thank you, Nick. We appreciate you.
Sound like a DJ.
He do voiceovers, but so all right, y'all. So
that was not the assignment, Nick, but thank you.
So we are going to be implementing our Speak Pipe message more often. So whatever that you all have to say, that you want to say to us regarding different topics, we're going to do that because we like it and we like to hear from you all. So thank you again.
Thank you.
All right, girls. So, this is the Christmas season, right? And this is the time we watch like Christmas movies. Okay. So I just had this idea like, if we could be in any Christmas movie as if it were true, which one would it be? Which one would you choose? I know there's like a host of Christmas.
It is so many
movies out there, and we want to hear from you. Go in the comments if you can be a part of a Christmas movie as if it were real. Which one would you choose? I want to hear from you. Okay.
This is one really crazy.
Go ahead.
But I would want to be a part of the Grinch. And the reason
the cartoon or the Jim Carrey?
Well, I think the cartoon because it was so whimsical and fancy free. And the reason being is because I just loved all the fantasy and all that. But my favorite part of that movie is when they all held hands and they started singing "Wahoo, wahoo, wahoo, wahoo," and it just they all came together, and it just is. Since I was a kid, it's just very inspirational, just to show us that if we all would come together and be positive, we could get positive things done, and we could incite change.
The Grinch is actually one of my favorites. Like the cartoon, actually, it was one of my favorites. My mother knew it, of course, growing up. I remember she bought me the VHS of it, so I can see it anytime. Because it was a nice message in it. You know, even though somebody trying to stop and block your blessing, but but you'll still be blessed anyway, because you know that it's not about the things, you know. So, and I always say that the Grinch got saved, you know, when his heart grew. He got saved that day, y'all.
It's not about the things, it's about the message behind the things. So, yeah.
It's about family, it's about loved ones, you know. So long as you have your people, you know, you're good. All right, so the movie I chose, it's one of my favorites, one of the ones that I watch every year. I saw it earlier, like in October, so I have to look at it this month. So, The Holiday. I love that movie.
Which one is that?
The Holiday is with Cameron Diaz, Kate Winslet, Jack Black, and Jude Law.
Okay.
So Cameron, if you don't know about this movie, I love it. Cameron Diaz is like a big time. She makes movie trailers, so she's paid. She lives like in, you know, have a nice house, and it don't say, probably like something like somewhere like maybe Calabasas or something like that, Bel Air or something like that. And you know, her boyfriend comes home the next day, and she accuses him of cheating. And he kept saying, no, he didn't. And she was like, it's over. She was like, just go, we're over. So just go ahead and tell me. He was like, fine, if it'll make you happy. Yes, I did. You know, and she was like, why would that make me happy? And so, you know, they broke it off. And so on the across the pond with Kate Winslet, she's in London. So her issue, she's always been in love with this guy who, it seemed like they had like situationships, because you know she really loved him, and he, you know, stringing her along, and at the company party, because at the company party he announces his engagement, and she's like, wait a minute, what now? Yeah. So needless to say, both women, they want to do so. They don't want to be around their town for Christmas. So they switch homes. So Kate Winslet went to Cameron Diaz's house in LA, and Kate Winslet came to Kate Winslet's little cottage in London. So I would love to be in that movie, because I would love to be the Cameron Diaz person, because that cottage was just so nice, and it was quaint. So I would love to be in that one. The Holiday.
That's a good message too, because sometimes you just need to be somewhere else to clear your head and think things through. And sometimes you got to remove yourself from a situation and go to something new, something fresh, to think things through and get to the other side of what could be a crisis, but is really just a lesson to be learned.
So go ahead and put down again what movie you would love to be in and why. Okay. And continuing on the movie thing, as we close out 2023, I want to know, what was your top 5 movies of 2023? If you want me to go, I can, because I already have my list.
I know you. She's always got a list, checking it twice. I need my daggone Amazon Prime account, because that will tell me what movies I've watched.
So, in no particular order, my top movies of 2023, The Holdovers. Mom and I saw that like last week. It was so good. Paul Giamatti, and I don't know if you all watch Only Murderers in the Building, which I love. Detective Williams, the big heavyset black woman. I love her. And she's in the holdover. She's showing her dramatic chops, and I believe she has gotten nominated. She did for a Golden Globe for her performance, because it was really good. So it's an independent movie, so I love those. It's Alexander Payne. Love him. Love his movies. And The Holdover. So that was really good. John Wick 4. I love that movie. Okay.
I love him.
Loved it.
Yes.
I loved it. They cloned Tyrone. That was there.
That was
The message. Like the message.
Yes.
Saw 10 was mine. And even though I haven't seen it yet, I know that it will be, because I'm seeing it next week, The Color Purple. Okay.
Oh gosh. I was trying to sit here because I was bad. I needed coal in my stocking because I did not make a list. There are a lot of independent films that I really enjoy because I've really been on a kind of independent film thing. And there's a couple here. Of course, The Perfect Gift by Jada. I love that movie, not just because I'm a part of it. I think it's a cute movie. And so many people they really like that character, like the characters in the movie. But the other movie I saw last week was The Burial with Jamie Foxx. And that was a very powerful movie because it was a movie about two people coming from two different backgrounds that were of different nationalities. One was a black man, one was a white man. It dealt with racism and different things and how they a social injustice is what brought them together, and they ended up having a long-lasting friendship in real life. And I thought that was really powerful. They learned to love and respect each other's families. Again, I love They Clone Tyrone. That was funny, and it had like great messages in it. It's not a movie, but it's a series. I really like the Squid Games.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was really,
but that's not 2023.
I don't know what it was, but I watched it. I watched
it. Oh, you watched it in 2023?
I did. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. What's another one I watched?
So The Burial, that's with Jamie Lee Curtis.
That's on Netflix.
What's that? His name? Tommy Lee Jones or something like that. He's good. So that's on Amazon Prime.
Yes. What else did I watch? I also watched. I'm trying to look at my thing because it'll tell me what I watched. Come on, girl, get it together. I can't think of the other movie. I watch a lot of movies, and I like binge, and I can't think of anything else. So the last movie I watched was The Burial. You should watch it. Check it out. It was a great flick, and that's all I can think of right now. So. It's just those sleigh bells, ring-a-ling-a-ling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
Okay, so what were some lessons that you've learned in this year as we close it out this year?
Learn to respect I learned so many lessons this year. I really did. One of the biggest lessons that I learned is I learned how to deal with death. I lost my father a couple of years ago, and it was right after COVID and all that. So, it's been really just a crazy time in the world. Like, it's just so many things going on. There's so much changing. And especially this time of year, it's a lot of people who we're losing. I just found out yesterday, I just lost my friend's uncle that I've known for years, a co-worker that I worked with for years. I found out she passed and I didn't even know. And so it's a lot of that going on. And the world is just changing so fast. So I think the one thing I learned was to accept change. Accept the things, it's a serenity prayer, kind of, accept the things that I can't change. Change the things that I can. Know the difference between the two. And stay really prayerful. So circling back to what my first comment was, when my dad passed, I have kind of like put myself in the shell the last couple of years. I've dealt with, I don't even want to call it depression, but whatever it is, it was something. And it made me not be me. I've been just not living my life and just whatever. And so my dad's birthday was last week.
And we had the same birthday, right?
Yeah, I got the same birthday. And I had a really weird day because I really wanted to be like really, really happy because it was Kay's birthday, but I really was just trying to figure stuff out. So it wasn't like he came to me, but I heard him say, "Get up."
Mm.
And what that means is we can grieve and go through things, but after a while, you can't stay there.
Mhm.
You got to get through it and you got to get up and you got to move forward. And a lot of times we attach ourselves to people who have passed and maybe things that we said we were going to do with them, promises we made to them, things we're going to do. And we have to stop that. And for me, I feel like that's my opinion. But when people leave here, of course, we want them to be proud of us or whatever. And that's wonderful. But we can't just like stay in that, try not to stay in that spot of depression or that downtroddenness where it's weighing on you because they're gone. It says to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And that being the case, your loved one wants you to live on. Your loved one wants you to accomplish things. Your loved one would not want you to wallow and cry every time their birthday came, holidays come. They want you to live and they want you to soar. So I think the biggest lesson I learned is to be the best version of myself. To let things go that I can't handle. Don't take on anybody else's stuff. Sort through my own things and be the best person that I can be for me. And that's not being selfish, because if you're not the best version of yourself, then you can't be the best version for anybody else. And you can't help anybody when you don't help yourself.
Mhm.
So just that's the lesson I learned. Kind of long-winded, but just keeping it real.
One of the lessons I've learned in 2023, I would say this year has been more of a soul searching, like really digging deep on knowing why I do particular things. And it's things that I don't want to do, that I have to face it. Again, I am an advocate of getting therapy.
Mm-hmm.
So I have gotten therapy. Started like the tail end of last year. I started it back up because I want to be the best me. And, I want to go into certain experiences not relying on past experiences that weren't great. I didn't want to bring that into the new experience. So that was like my prompt and wanted to start therapy back. So I'm like, okay, I gotta see why I'm doing this,
Mm-hmm.
So
and I did therapist too.
Yeah.
I forgot that, but I did go to therapy. Still go to therapy.
And the first therapist I had, she was good. She was good. But the one that I have,
I'm laughing.
no, she is. She's good. She's good.
Wonderful.
She's a little younger than me, but that's fine. I was cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
It was good talking to someone and getting some feedback. So she was good for that time. But then the one I have currently, she
Got you on the carpet,
girl. Okay, you gonna hold a mirror up to yourself. Okay, and yes, and
that's hard too.
It is hard. Yes,
wow.
It's really hard. Some people don't like to see themselves, but I do. I'm like, show me, 'cause I want to get better.
And you can't run from yourself. You can lie to everybody else, but you can't lie to you. So when you pull that mirror up, you be like, oh.
Right. Ooh, that's a blemish. But so one of the things that got me in a little bit of trouble this year is because I've been a person who avoid things, and she got me. She's got me on the right path. I'll put it like that. So one of the lessons I've learned is to not avoid things. Because my thing in the past was like, oh, if I don't see it, it don't exist. I know that's like what, but yes, if I don't give it attention, then it doesn't exist.
Right. Yeah. I've done that too.
Yeah, and that's not good. And so she's helping me with that, and I would say that was like been the biggest lesson for me.
I think that introspection and introspection is so powerful, because once you realize who you are and you can look at your mistakes not as mistakes but as lessons learned, they're L's. They're not losses. It's lessons learned. Mm-hmm. And as we learn, that's how we move forward and we become better people. Mm-hmm. So don't look at your life like you have losses. You haven't lost anything, but you have learned. The key is to learn from the lessons and not just like I said, just park there. Because I parked in a spot and I didn't even know I did. And like, it's a song by Smokey Robinson, say "Tears of a Clown" when no one's around. When I can turn it on and be like, yes, I'm perfectly fine, but I wasn't perfectly fine. And it's okay not to be perfectly fine, because my father's passing had some things to do with how I felt, but then it was like you're saying, dealing with the realities of other things that have occurred and other things that were occurring that I had not dealt with. That's the little thing that kind of maybe opened the door, but it was other things that I had not dealt with, and I did have to go to counseling. And I think another thing is it's good to journal, because when you journal, you are honest with yourself, you write it down, and then you can go back and look at it. And I'm thankful to have journals from years ago that I can look at and say, oh, wow, this is where
our goal was accomplished. Yeah.
And this is where I am now. So that's powerful.
Yeah. Yep. So what are some of the lessons that you've learned in 2023? We want to hear them, okay? And maybe it can inspire somebody else that's reading the comments.
Yeah.
And before we go, what are you looking forward to in 2024?
I'm looking forward to the better version of myself. I believe that it's, sometimes you make New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
I believe in doing daily resolutions. And I've learned too that it's okay to set goals, and it's okay for my goals to change. I can do whatever, but I have the right to change my mind. And I think sometimes you get so locked in things, and then you beat yourself up if you don't do it. But maybe it's not time to do them right now. It may not be the right time frame, but it doesn't mean that you can't get it done. And I'm just looking forward to the freedom that I have within myself to not be worried about what anybody else thinks. I don't care about what nobody else says. I just I'm focused on me and being a good person to myself, being a good person to others, and following through.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to, again, continuing, my self journey and continuing to do just different creative things in my life. I'm still looking forward to my dating experience. Now I'm still with the one person. I'm not, see what that looks like for the new year. So far so good. And I'm just excited about what 2024 is going to hold. It's going to be some new things. It's going to be some new things on the horizon. I can't wait to delve into that.
So I guess you guys are going to have to stay tuned for us for 2024, because we got stuff that we're doing, and we want to hear what you're doing.
Yeah.
So you can go to allthingscamandk@gmail.com. Leave something in the comments. Give us something, some of your ideas, some things you might want to talk about, or you can go to All Things Cam and K on Facebook. But then you can also go to this awesome app that Kay has us going through now and leave us a message. What's it called again?
SpeakPipe. It's going to be in the description of all of the sipping chats. So it's speakpipe.com/Cam and K. That's SPEAK pipe.com/Cam and K. And again, we are going to return sometime in January. You'll see us pop up. Okay.
We're gonna be working on it, so
Yeah, we're gonna be
strategically
planning some things for the podcast and all of that good stuff. And I just want to say, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you for joining us on
Clink. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Be safe.
Yes.
New Year's Eve now. Okay, be safe.
Yes. Hug your loved one.
Yes. All right, y'all. Until next year.
Bye.
Bye.
Hug yourself. This is so minty. Like,
I love it.
I do too. Like I said, your breath will be